Good morning, student. Today I am going to explain the how to find the value of acceleration due to gravity. So topic is to calculate the value of g. G means what? Acceleration due to gravity. And student, I have already derived the formula relation between small g and capital G, which is small g equal to G capital G me by RE square. So student, to calculate the value of G, we know that formula. We know that small g means acceleration due to gravity. That is what? Capital G. Me means what? Mass of Earth by RE square. And student, by putting the value of all these value means what? Mass of Earth, which is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. Capital G, you know that 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square by kg square. And radius of Earth, that is 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 meter. So putting all the value, so also here mass of Earth, which is denoted by letter, that is what? Me. So its value, that is what? 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. And universal gravitational constant value of G, you know that value of capital G 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square by kg square. And radius of Earth, you know that radius of Earth, that is 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 meter. Putting all these value in equation 1, so we get from 1 student, G, that is what? G 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11, mass of Earth, that is 6 into 10 to the power 24, and this is RE square 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 whole square. And student, solving this, it comes out to be that 6.67, this 10 to the power plus 24, 10 to the power minus 11, so subtracting from 24 to minus 11, and it comes out to be, student, that is what? 13 plus 13 comes out to be that 24 minus 11, 13, and in denominator, square of this means what? 6.4 into 6.4 into 10 to the power 12, square of 10 to the power 6, that is what? 10 to the power 12. And student, when this 10 to the power 12 moves to the numerator, it becomes negative. So this value comes out to 6.67 into 6 divided by 6.4 into 6.4 into 10 to the power 13 into 10 to the power minus 12, because this 10 to the power 12 moves in the upward direction, in the numerator it becomes negative. So 10 to the power plus 3, 10 to the power minus 12, so here comes out to be that 10 to the power 1, that is positive. So we can write this, so G equal to, right, and this two decimal places cancel out by 6.4 and 6.4, so we write here 667 into 6, and here 10 to the power 1, that is what? Into 10, and 64 and 64. And student, after solving this, we get the value of G comes out to be that near the Earth's surface 9.8 meter per second square. This is the value of acceleration due to gravity. Already you know that small g, that is what? Acceleration due to gravity near the Earth's surface, which is 9.8 meter per second square. So with the help of formula G equal to Gme by R square, we can find the value of acceleration due to gravity on the near the Earth's surface, which comes out to be that 9.8 into 9.8 meter per second square. And student, already I have explained to you that already you know the small relation between small g and capital G, and this is what? G equal to Gme by R square. And student, this G, this small g does not depends upon mass of the object which is falling freely from a certain height. So acceleration due to gravity does not depends upon the mass of the falling object. So during free fall, means what is free fall? When any objects falls under the influence of only a gravitational force, then the object is known as what? Free fall. And due to free fall, all object which accelerated with the same value, that is what? 9.8 meter per second square. So near the Earth's surface, every object when it falls toward the surface, their acceleration due to gravity, that is what? 9.8 meter per second square. It means all the falling object near the Earth's surface are uniformly accelerated, and its value, that is what? 9.8 meter per second square. And student, one example, listen carefully. Suppose that a paper sheet and a stone which are dropped from a certain height simultaneously, means what? Both sheet of paper and stone which is falling freely from the same height simultaneously. So we see that stone reach at the ground earlier than the what? Paper sheet of paper. So reason is that because air resistance acting on the paper, that is what? In upward direction is what? More than the air resistance acting on the stone. So due to the air resistance, paper will fall after some time when the stone is what? Already reached on the ground. So if air resistance is negligible, it means what? If this process, means suppose that we take a glass jar and sheet of paper and stone which is again dropped from the same height inside the glass jar, and there will be no air inside present in the glass jar. So student, in vacuum, if there will be no air present inside the glass jar, it means what? Total vacuum is created inside the glass jar, and when both sheet of paper and stone is dropped from the same height inside the glass jar at same height, you will see that both sheet of paper and stone will reach at the bottom of the glass jar at the same time. This shows that acceleration due to gravity does not depend upon the mass of the object. It means all object falls freely with the same acceleration, which is known as what? Acceleration due to gravity, and its value 9.8 meter per second square. So student, whether the object is what? Hollow, whether the object is what? Solid, whether the object is what? Lighter, and whether the object is what? Heavier, if all these objects drop from a certain height simultaneously in the absence of the air resistance, all objects reach on the ground at the same time. This shows that acceleration due to gravity does not depends upon the mass of the falling object, whether the object is what heavier, whether the object is what lighter, whether the object is what solid, whether the object is what hollow. So all object which falls freely towards the earth, they will uniformly accelerated, and this acceleration, that is known as acceleration due to gravity. So we can say that acceleration due to gravity does not depends upon the mass of the falling object, and if the air resistance is what negligible, so all object which is fall from the same height simultaneously, they will reach on the ground at the same time. Now student, I am going to write the equation of motion for a freely falling body. Next one is equation of motion for a freely falling body. And you know that there will be three equations of motion in straight line path, that is what u is v equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at square, and third one is what v square equal to u square plus 2as. Only when object is falls freely downward direction, when object falls freely, it means its motion is what toward downward direction, and if the object is thrown in upward direction, only in these three equations of motion will change. Small a, linear acceleration, which is changed to be what replaced by a g, that is acceleration due to gravity. And if the motion is taken to be what downward direction, then capital small g taken to be what positive, and when the motion is taken in upward direction, so small g can be taken to be what negative. Or we can say that if the freely falling body, its velocity is increases, if a body falls freely, it means what its velocity continuously increases. So in downward direction, acceleration due to gravity is taken to be what positive. So in the direction of increasing velocity, acceleration due to gravity is taken to be positive. When object is thrown in upward direction, and if the velocity is decreasing, so acceleration due to gravity is taken to be what negative. So there will be a small change. There will be what a can be changed by what g, and distance s can be changed to height h. So equation of motion for a freely falling object. And first, for downward motion, equation of motion of a freely falling body, which is v equal to u plus gt. In place of a we put g, and in downward direction g taken to be what positive, because in downward direction velocity of the object is what increases. Same way, second equation, s equal to ut plus half at square. So in place of s we take a height h. So h equal to what ut plus half gt square. And third equation, student, you know that v square equal to u square plus 2g h. In place of s we put h, and in place of a we put g in vertical downward and vertical upward motion. So this is the formula for motion of a freely falling body, and its motion is taken to be what downward direction. So this is the equation of motion for a freely falling body. For downward motion, for this is means what object falls downward direction. For upward motion, when a stone is thrown in vertically upward, its velocity continuously what? Decreases. So acceleration due to gravity. If velocity decreases, acceleration due to gravity taken to be what? Negative. If velocity is increases, acceleration due to gravity is taken to be what? Positive. So for upward motion, so equation of motion can be written as V equal to what? U minus gt. Here upward motion, velocity of the object is what? Decreases. So acceleration due to gravity taken to be what? Negative. Second equation, H equal to ut minus half gt square. This is for upward motion. And third, that is what? V square equal to u square plus minus 2gx. And this is the equation for upward motion of any object. For downward motion, acceleration due to gravity taken to be what? Positive. If object is thrown in vertically upward direction, velocity is decreases, so acceleration due to gravity is taken to be what? Negative. So when you solve the numerical problem, either downward direction motion or upward direction motion, so you must note down the whether the g, that is what? Positive or negative. Downward motion, g taken to be what? Positive. Upward motion, g is taken to be what? Negative. Now I am going to solve a numericals, which is example 10.3 and which is based on this equation. And student, this is example 10.3 NCERT, page 133. Example 10.3, page number 136, page 136. And listen carefully. An object is thrown vertically upwards and rises to a height of 10 meter. Thrown vertically upward, and yes, that is what? 10 meter. 10 meter. Calculate the velocity with which the object was thrown upward. We have to find velocity with which object thrown upward. We have to find velocity with which object thrown in upward direction. Second, time taken by the object to reach the highest point. And second, we have to find time taken by the object to reach the highest point, and g, acceleration due to gravity, we can take 10 meter per second square. So g, that is what? Taken to be what? 10 meter per second square. Actually value, that is what? 9.8 meter per second square. For easy calculation, we have taken here g equal to 10 meter per second square. So student, when a object is thrown in vertically upward direction, we have to find with what velocity object is thrown in upward direction and at what time taken by the object to reach at a maximum height. So when object is thrown in upward direction, when it reaches to a maximum height, so object for a moment, that is what? Come to at rest. It means the final velocity of the object at maximum height, that is what? 0. So here v equal to what? 0 when h equal to what? H max. H equal to H max means when maximum height reaches an object, so final velocity, that is what? 0, and we have to find, that is what? Initial velocity. And student, you know that formula, v square equal to u square. Now object is thrown in a vertically upward direction, so g, acceleration due to gravity is taken to be negative. So we use formula v square equal to u square minus 2gs. Student, it must be remember that this minus is taken because object is thrown in vertically upward, so g taken to be what? Negative. And student, At maximum height, final velocity 0, and we have to find u square to g, that is what? And student, g that is what? 10, and h that is also, that is given 10, that is 10. When this comes out to be here, 2 into 10 into 10. So student, it comes out to be that u square. So u, that is what? U can be written as, if we take 9.8, now then calculation may be easy. So we take 9.8 here, and also we put 9.8. Clear? And student, and 9.8, it comes out to be, that is what? 9.8 into 10, that is what? 98. Decimal cancel out, and student, u square, that is what? 2 into 98, and u, that is what? 196. Or student, you can write 49 can be written as 98 can be written as 49 into 2 into 2, and root of 49 7, and 2 into 2, that is what? So that is what? 7 into 2. So initial velocity of the object 14 meter per second, if g is taken to be what? When 9.8 meter per second square. So initial velocity of the object with which it's thrown in vertically upward direction, initial velocity comes out to be that 14 meter per second, and we have to find time taken by the object at a maximum height. So you use second part, put v equal to u minus gt, student. So that is at maximum height, u, that is what? V, that is what? 0. U given, that is, we have calculated 14, and g 9.8, student. T, so T can be written as, when it comes out to be positive, so 114 divided by 9.8, student. So when 140 by 98, and 7 1 ja 7, 7 1 ja 7, 2 4 ja, and 7 20, and student 2 7 ja 2 10 ja. So t equal to what? 10 by 7 second, or t equal to 1 7 1 3 4, 7 1 ja 7 3, 7 4 ja 28 2, 7 2 ja 14, and 14 6. So nearly t equal to 1.4 second, and so time taken by the object to reach at a maximum height, when g taken to be 9.8, its value comes out to be that 1.43 second. Thank you.